The Unforgivable, a woman's struggle for redemption after prison. Full movie breakdown by Gist Wonder. Sometimes one mistake can destroy your life forever. But what if that mistake was never truly yours to bear? Welcome back to Gist Wonder, where we dive deep into stories that shake the soul and test the limits of forgiveness. Today we unfold the haunting and emotional story of The Unforgivable, a gripping Netflix drama starring Sandra Bullock, a woman torn between guilt, justice, and the desperate need for redemption. Our story begins with chaos. Police sirens wail through the cold air as Ruth Slater stands frozen, hands raised, fear written all over her face. She's accused of committing the ultimate crime, the murder of a sheriff. But behind those tired eyes and trembling hands lies a deeper truth. Ruth isn't a cold-blooded killer. She's a sister, a protector who took the fall for something much greater than herself. Dragged away from her home, she leaves behind her little sister, Katie, the only family she has. That single moment defines the next 2 decades of her life. Fast forward 20 years later. Ruth steps out of prison not as a free woman, but as a ghost of her former self. Society sees her as a murderer, unworthy of a second chance. She finds herself in a world that has moved on without her. The streets have changed, people have changed, and forgiveness seems like a dream. Ruth takes up hard labor at a fish factory and later at a construction site, quietly enduring humiliation. Every glance from her co-workers reminds her she's that woman. But beneath the layers of guilt and silence, Ruth's heart beats for one thing: finding her sister, Katie, the girl she lost. Ruth's journey to reconnect with her sister becomes an emotional battlefield. Katie, now grown and adopted by another family, has no memory of her past. Her adoptive parents shield her from the truth, afraid of the trauma it could reopen. Desperate, Ruth reaches out to a young lawyer couple, Liz and John Ingram, who now live in her old family house. The irony cuts deep. The home where Ruth's nightmare began is now someone else's peaceful haven. Meanwhile, the sons of the murdered sheriff are planning revenge, unaware of the full truth behind their father's death. Ruth is trapped in a cruel twist of fate, hunted for a crime she took responsibility for, while the real story hides in shadows. As Ruth digs deeper into the past, memories begin to resurface, flashes of the day that ruined everything. The truth slowly unravels. It wasn't Ruth who pulled the trigger. It was her younger sister, Katie. A child scared and confused, who acted out of panic when the sheriff tried to take them away. But Ruth, out of pure love, confessed to the murder to protect her little sister from a lifetime behind bars. Now the weight of that secret crushes her every breath. She sacrificed everything: her freedom, her future, her identity, for the child she loved more than life itself. Even when the truth comes out, Ruth doesn't seek pity. She only wants to see Katie again, not to explain herself, but to know that her sister grew up safe, happy, and loved. In the final act, Ruth is kidnapped by the sheriff's sons, burning for vengeance. But when the truth surfaces, one of them realizes the depth of Ruth's sacrifice. He sees not a murderer, but a broken soul who gave everything for love. The movie reaches its emotional climax when Ruth finally meets Katie. The moment is silent, no dramatic speeches, no tears of apology, just two sisters, separated by tragedy, reunited by love. In that silence, forgiveness speaks louder than words. The Unforgivable is more than a story about crime and punishment. It's about redemption, the scars of sacrifice, and the cruel ways society refuses to forgive. Sandra Bullock's performance reminds us that even the most broken people carry a heart that still beats with love and hope. Because in the end, some sins can't be erased, but love remains unstoppable. If you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Just Wonder, where we bring you emotional, powerful stories from the world of cinema. Until next time, remember, everyone deserves a second chance.